What's up guys, Dr. Rayhan here, just coming at you with another crypto video, and today we're going to do just a little bit of a market update, just go over some things. And as you can see, the market took a nosedive since last night, and let's just see where we're at. So Bitcoin just dropped down pretty heavy, but look, if we take a grander look at the market, look how pumped we are just compared to last year. Right? Anybody thinking that we weren't going to be going through retracements is just, being a bit foolish. We had pullbacks here, pullbacks here, pullbacks here, and a lot of liquidations here, billions and billions of dollars of liquidations in longs. But again, no one should be surprised that, we're having a pullback of this magnitude. Now, personally, I'm not too happy with this just because, look at the level of retracement here. And we're still trying to recover here from this dip. I see a lot of people out there talking about, buying things on sale, buying things on discount. But the reality is, who knows where we're gonna go from here, right? I still think there's a lot of upside potential to Bitcoin. There's a lot of upside potential to crypto in general for this next year. But this here shows us why you really need to have sound portfolio management so that you aren't freaking out when this happens, right? This is why you shouldn't leverage trade. This is why you shouldn't take out heavy crypto loans. You shouldn't be doing risky things like that, because you need to be able to sleep properly at night knowing that your portfolio is structured in a way that's sound, right? Because the last thing you want is to get liquidated. The last thing you want is to get evaporated, right? So if we're taking a look at the market in general, this looked a lot worse last night. Things do seem to be recovering a little bit, but things are still down. Things are still down, right? Even Ethereum has pulled back from, we were trading much higher a few days ago, right? Things are down. So the main thing I'd say is, why did this happen, right? At the end of the day, nobody knows. You're never going to know exactly why this happened. That's a topic that's just way above my pay grade and way above your pay grade. There's no way you're gonna know. But the theory right now is that there's too much bullish sentiment, right? Too much bullish sentiment, too many longs being placed, and they got liquidated, right? If you look at the data, you can see on-chain data. You can see billions and billions of dollars were liquidated last night, and that's why I always say don't leverage trade, right? You should not be leverage trading, right? So that's where we're at. I mean, I think, we're still pretty bullish though for Bitcoin in the long run here. But again, that's why the way I structure my portfolio, and I'll have another video about this where we go over, the specifics of typically what coins I hold and what proportions of each. But typically how I structure my portfolio is heavily weighted to Bitcoin, right? Then strong altcoins, some stable coins, right? And then a smaller amount of that portfolio is in quote unquote riskier, smaller cap, mid cap plays, right? Quite personally, I don't like to hold those riskier plays for long durations of time because they're risky. I'd rather hold things like Cardano, Chainlink, Polkadot, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, these established, Binance Chain, these established major high big cap projects that are most likely to stick around in a few years, right? These smaller caps that come out, who knows if they're going to be around a few years from now, right? We don't know. So at the end of the day, who knows where the market's going to go from here, right? I'm hopeful that we're going to recover and shoot up to the moon. I still think 100,000 Bitcoin is in the cards. But the other thing you have to understand is, look, where were we last year, right? Last year, April, March-ish, where were we? This is April 2020. This is the dip that happened March of last year. But look, we were at $5,000, right? Look where we are now. Okay, if anybody back then said that we were going to go from $5,000 to $60,000, $50,000 Bitcoin, you'd think they're crazy. The market has pumped phenomenally, right? We have gone to the moon, right? So we have to use some common sense here. There's going to be pullbacks, and the question is always going to be how long can we sustain this velocity, right? And you have to think of it in this perspective too: is people getting in now are buying in at what, $55,000, $60,000 to what? What's the upside? How high are we going to go? Are we going to go to 100,000, 250,000, 500,000, a million? I think we'll get there, but when? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. In the short term, our upside is obviously limited, right? Maybe 100,000, maybe 250,000. But from where we are now, that's what, a 2x, a 5x to hold it, a fairly risky asset. So you have to consider all of that when we're looking at the market, right? We can't just pump forever, right? So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Just a brief market update. You know, I'll drop some other videos later on, just going over my portfolio, my strategy, how I invest. And yeah, thanks. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Leave some comments below. Thanks.